$50 million. Like, I don't know. It's one of my. Who knows? Who gives? Where did most of the money go? Houses or girls?
Planes, stupid.
Because of the
Yeah.
of boxing. Just
Also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
So
really
much
into
money.
NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, okay, make reverse. That's my new NFT. I've been working
Joe
on
Rogan and Mike Tyson have publicly questioned Floyd Mayweather's financial stability, pointing to his frequent exhibition fights and extravagant spending habits, despite reportedly having a $42 million investment portfolio. Allegations of scams and ongoing money troubles continue to circulate, fueling speculation that Mayweather's wealth may be more fragile than it appears. Their remarks suggest that the boxing legend might be facing deeper financial issues than.
How do you feel about Floyd, though? How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter. And the persona and the lifestyle was like growing up in the hood. We looked at it like, that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
Tell me, so like, what's the difference now from like your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, more money than ever.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game of the
Yeah.
turned into the pretty boy.
Yeah, that was cool too. But he had to get there and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. I told him, give him a chance. He just wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best. He didn't pick guys. He took the best. Even the guys I picked against him, he beat everybody, made everybody wrong.
Mike Tyson expressed concern over Floyd Mayweather's actions following his retirement, noting that despite stepping away from professional boxing, Mayweather continued intense training and returned for exhibition bouts. Tyson criticized this behavior, implying that Floyd's ongoing efforts were driven more by financial need than a genuine passion for the sport, a move that he believes undermines the legacy of a retired champion.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
I'll tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stays in the gym. He can't help it. He don't do drugs. It's just heroin. The gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
Yeah.
Mayweather made headlines with the acquisition of 6 commercial buildings worth a total of $42 million. While this appears to be a strategic move toward long-term wealth, it is also seen as a response to criticism over his extravagant spending. This significant purchase suggests a shift in focus from flashy displays to securing more stable financial assets.
We got two more deals I want to get into. Floyd Mayweather just did a big deal. It's a short one, so let's get into that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. just bought $402 million in a real estate portfolio. That's dope. It's super dope. It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000 unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. Slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got a thousand units.
Joe Rogan weighed in on Mayweather's recent exhibition fights, suggesting that these appearances may be less about a love for boxing and more about the need to maintain an expensive lifestyle. Rogan's commentary highlights the possibility that these bouts are driven by financial obligations rather than personal ambition or genuine sporting interest.
So that's what's What's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drugs
Yeah.
of boxing.
Also money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
Spend so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need it.
Floyd. Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd.
I bet if he's playing for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd still trains when he
also noted that Mayweather's highly publicized fight against Conor McGregor was a calculated business decision, as Floyd came out of retirement to secure a massive $100 million payday. While the move was undeniably lucrative, it was widely viewed as prioritizing financial gain over genuine
competition. So your new contract, he wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
That's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what did that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch nigga that shit I don't like. No. Sneak designs that shit I like.
Mayweather is known for his unapologetic pride, often comparing himself to other boxing greats and highlighting his own achievements. While confidence is common among elite athletes, Floyd's style of self-promotion frequently comes across as arrogance, which tends to alienate fans and attract frequent criticism from both the public and media figures.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Snoop Dogg, well acquainted with both the music and sports industries, drew a clear distinction between being rich and being wealthy. In his view, Mayweather may have amassed significant riches, but lacks the long-term mindset that defines true wealth. Snoop's insight suggests that Floyd's focus remains on the appearance of wealth rather than its sustainability.
Everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general, I'm watching you is like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
Every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend. You can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
The bloodline thing.
It's about wealth. I'm no longer rich.
Constant self-comparisons to historical boxing legends serve as both brand building and a magnet for criticism. While self-belief is crucial in the ring, his refusal to show humility, even in retirement, has turned admiration into annoyance for many onlookers. Floyd has admitted that his business approach centers on risk-taking, openly stating that he invests in ventures few people understand, viewing them as opportunities to grow his wealth quickly. However, this high-risk behavior is often seen as reckless and indicative of a lack of traditional financial planning.
And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience it.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you've got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And that because you don't want to take massive risks, because you want to be smart with your money.
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. It's like boxing.
Across social media, Mayweather frequently showcases piles of cash and bank statements as symbols of success. While some admire his transparency, others see it as excessive and a sign of insecurity. These displays of wealth attract attention, but also invite scrutiny regarding the true stability of his finances.
Super Bowl weekend, all this crazy. You have to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, for whoever wins or lose, no matter. You need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Mayweather chose not to hire a manager, handling all his deals personally, which gave him complete control, but also left him vulnerable. Although he earned massive financial rewards, the lack of professional oversight has made him susceptible to scams and poor investment decisions that might have been avoided with proper guidance.
He's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a...
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like top boys. I just thought, don't weigh out. Because I love a row, I love the fighting, turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, sting coming at my ass.
I spoke on stage with Floyd Mayweather. We really resonated, and I gave him a hard time because we were in Miami, and I go, dude, I don't watch boxing. That's not my thing. And we chit-chatted about that, and we just spoke about wealth. And we went through the thing. When he stopped boxing, he put so much capital into real estate. He's like, Andy, why didn't anybody tell me this years ago? Because he goes, I'm paying so much in taxes. I don't like the government being my partner. He took all of his money into real estate. And he's like, Andy, I've never had to work so little for so much. He made $100 million in one night. Yeah, the government took half that. Now we make a lot of money. They never get out of it.
Pointed out that Mayweather's constant flaunting of luxury items may reflect a deeper issue, with rumors of financial trouble. His glamorous posts, once seen as celebrations, now appear more like a mask for insecurity. The very image that made him famous now contributes to a narrative of instability.